Yeah, so to the general public, I think the last time they might have seen Jin or heard of Jin was probably a good 6 to 7 years ago. And that's when I dropped the Rough Rider album. Well, not a Rough Rider album dropped in 2004, so lo and behold, 10 years have passed. But around that same time, you know, doing the Freestyle Friday on BET and coming off of that, that was like about 12 years ago. So to the general public, there's definitely a vibe of where the heck has Jin been, right? So, I mean, the big moments, I guess, is when I parted ways with Rough Riders. That was in '06. A little bit after I dropped the album with them, and then just got on the independent grind. And to the people that were following me, they were still like, okay, we see Jin, he's doing his independent thing. But I think on a mass level, they were probably like, I guess Jin called it a day, right, as far as the music. But then in 2008, I had an opportunity to go out to Hong Kong. And I thought it would be a few months, and it ended up being like 4 years for the most part. And I was doing music out there in Chinese and doing the TV thing, getting my Ryan Seacrest on, doing the acting thing, endorsements. But I say all of that to say, yo man, just grateful. I think one of the biggest things that I got out of the Hong Kong time was also finding my faith. And, you know, that also translates into what the recent years have been. There's been word of, yo, Jin's like a Christian rapper now, right? And I mean, I think that's a whole nother conversation that I always love sharing. But I think the bigger thing than the title of Christian rapper, not Christian rapper, is just, yo, what God's doing in my life outside of the music. And naturally it affects, you know, my creative space. So excited. All of that is the stuff that I'm channeling into this new album. Recently moving back to the States, you know, husband. I got married in 2011, became a father in 2012. Just feeling re-inspired, without a doubt, refocused, you know, looking back on whether it be the 106 and Park days, whether it be the Rough Rider days, you know, coming off the Too Fast, Too Furious, definitely looking at all of those experiences with gratefulness, but also like, okay, how do I flip that now into something that, you know, can make an impact? So the 1459 album drops on October 21st. It's definitely the most conceptually focused album that I've ever worked on in the last 10 plus years, from the Rough Rider joint to all the independent one after that. And the inspiration is quite simple and straightforward. All I'm saying is, what do you do with that last second of your 15 minutes of fame? And that's where the 1459 comes from. You're looking at the clock, 14 minutes, 59 seconds. This is it, Jin, right? And I didn't realize it as I first got the idea for it, but as I started working on the album, coming up with concepts and writing songs, it made me realize that you can look at it from different angles, right? You can either react on some, oh, damn it, man, I can't believe it, my 15 minutes is almost up, and get all depressed about it. Or on the contrary, you could be like, wow, I can't believe I have 15 minutes, man, and this is my last second? Yo, I'm going out with a bang, right? So that made me explore a lot of topics. But then the bigger picture is, as I started working on it, I was like, you know what? This actually transcends just the whole 15 minutes of fame. This is just life. Like, I think one thing that us as humans, we always do is we look at time like we got all of it in the world, right? You know, it's natural to think that way, and it has to do with faith too. Because when you have faith and you're just a person, you start thinking like, okay, I'm gonna work at this job, I'm gonna build my resume for 5 years, I'm gonna find me a wifey, we're gonna have some kids, they're gonna graduate, grandkids, I'm gonna, you know, that's how we think as humans, and it's cool, but that has to do with faith. But the actual reality is, who says that that's going to be the outcome, right? And there's enough proof on a day-to-day to show you that that's not the case. With tragedies, with natural disasters, especially in this day and age, where all of any given moment you turn on this, you know, CNN or whatever, is nothing but news of drama here, tragedy here, life lost here. And to me, I think the thing that I've learned is, it's not about walking around all sad and depressed, like, dang, it could be over tomorrow. But on the contrary, it should make you walk every day on some, yo, I gotta make the most of today. And in fact, in the context of 1459, I gotta make the most of every second, especially seconds. Like, if you look at time in the context of 10 years, 1 year, a month, a week, a day, seconds are the things that we don't value the most, because they just go by like that, right? Where each one a second's going by. But then if you look at it like, yo, my life could literally change in 1 second, right? Like, you start thinking of, you know, all types of different things. So that's the whole inspiration and what I wanted to channel into the album. And people were like, so is this your last album, Jin? Like, is this what you're saying? Like, are you done with this one? And I love that question, because it lets me answer it with this, which is, Lord willing, it's not my last album. However, I definitely went into it like it could be. On the acting tip, I mean, for the longest time, I always had this appreciation for, you know, the art of acting. But I think in the last year or two, especially while I was living in Hong Kong, it made me have a whole new respect for it. So as far as just wanting to brush up on the craft, I did this film last year. It's coming out this year. It's called The Green Dragons, and it's like a crime drama. Scorsese is involved with it, but the Hollywood grind is a whole nother beast, man. It's tough. Yo, what's up? This is MC Jin. Make sure you log on to BET.com for more exclusive footage and content. Peace.